Alrighty, YouTube, welcome back in to Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. We are on the 4th trial here. Gonna find out who killed, spoilers, Nekmaru or Mekanaru here. I don't think I have any skills. Each muscle increases bullet truth fire rate. We already got that equipped. Yeah, we didn't max out anybody else. We're close to Sonia's, I believe. So before we dive into it, let's check our pet. We don't have to do any cleaning. And still got a little bit for it evolves or whatever again. So just a heads up before we get into this episode here. I messed around with my camera. I think I might have got it fixed. I did a stream after I did this and it didn't freeze up once. So fingers crossed. Hopefully it stays good. Also, I played with the audio a little bit for the game. So hopefully maybe the game sounds a little louder for y'all in this and not too loud. Because I know with I'm playing Sonic Adventure 2 on stream. And with that game, I had to turn down the whole volume of the game because it's just stupid loud and you can't like adjust any of the volume in the game for some stupid reason. So like the voice lines versus like the action scenes and music and stuff. So but anyways, let's get into it. I think real quick while it's loading in, I think my prediction is that Gundam is the guilty party,
let's begin with
or Mekanaru killed himself by accident. I was thinking maybe suicide, but it's a little too convenient with how everything is set up and a little weird. So I feel like maybe it was an accident. Like maybe he was trying to do something, like set something up to either kill somebody else or break out or something. And maybe it like backfired and like he died, you know? Maybe the wire was him trying to like climb out, you know, and then he fell, hit his head. The wire wrapped around him and then he hit the ground, like shattered to pieces. Like I'm just like spitting out ideas, but that's what I'm kind of thinking. If it was like just a coincidence, just a freak accident kind of thing. But I still think Gundam's behind it. Something tells me Gundam's behind it.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it.
Because Nagito does look kind of sussy, but I don't think he did it for obvious reasons. Because we did the whole like, oh, he played the game and then found the room and shit like that. So it has to be somebody that figured out the room and stuff. Akane, God bless her, you know, her IQ level is lower than her boob size. So, you know, Kazukichi, pretty much the same thing. He doesn't have much of a brain. So if he had to break into the room or the final dead room, I don't think he could have. Sonia is a possibility, but I don't think she did it. I don't know. I definitely don't think she did it. And Chiaki, definitely don't think she did it. Who's left of our group here? Anybody? Nagito. Oh, Fuyuhiko. I think he's clear too.
If you
with his
then only the
alibi he was given,
punishment. But if you pick the wrong
or his statement. But again, I think something was with the clocks, like to set things up too. So Gundam could have been behind that.
I'll punish everyone besides the black. I'm sure you guys are. Whoever survived.
I'm not the main ingredient.
I'll just say skip some of this. This is all repeat.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him.
And that's no reason why I don't think she killed him.
Find out who the killer is.
However, this is very similar in a way to the first game with Hina and fuck. Why am I drawing a blank on her name every time I try to think of it now? Asuka? Not Asuka. Was a wrestler. Fuck, I can't think of her name now for some stupid reason. Yeah, she's great, but it's very similar that I could see maybe she accidentally killed Nekamaru, maybe. But Hina didn't really kill hers. Yeah, I mean, it could be a similar situation, but I don't think they went that route.
Curry, got it.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Ooh, girl.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't
This is definitely an
able to
interesting
Strawberry
case.
House, so I want to make sure
Especially
we get
that-
a detailed understanding.
Especially that last bit of detail about like us being able to go through the door and we thought, oh, it's going to be chained and not open. I think the fun house definitely has a different layout than what we were thinking originally. Instead of like a dumbbell shape, it's probably like a V shape or something weird.
I headed over to Grape
In
Tower
that in the room, the tower like shifts or something depending on which door is trying to open.
Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Bow chicka bow wow.
Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're
What?
not. You're much classier than that.
What?
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Kane, I'm pretty sure you can already.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
I mean, he's kind of true there. Next to Fuyuhiko.
Enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Oh wow, it seems like the game's like just sounds low to me for some reason.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
That was like rude.
Well, the weapon is obvious.
Oh, that's right. Nagito's a douchebag now.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
Weapon just by looking. I know what he's gonna say, but it's not the weapon, the correct one. Nude looking hammer is the answer I believe we need here.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime!
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him!
No, that's
Yep.
wrong.
It was clean, my dude. Clean as a whistle.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby Kings.
Gangsta? Me?
That was pretty cute, actually.
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Come on, Kazukichi, man.
seems that was a waste of time.
It kills me how much he's so much like Hero in the first
Then what was the real
game.
weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
Like he's just so stupid at times. Like I kind of get being like silly and dumb, but it's like, golly, like how can you be this dumb and survive this long in this game, kind of thing, you know?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Gotta have our comic release, I guess.
How about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
So that would mean the broken pillar. So Connie was somewhat right.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Why?
True.
Tried to move it, right?
And granted, Akane's beast mode, but Hajime not so much. Barely budge, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
I think it just toppled over on him,
Who are you talking about?
or he slipped and hit his head on it, then it fell over, kind of thing.
Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So he lifted the pillar.
No, I still don't think so, because he could have just busted out of the walls then, you know?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. Word suicide. Like a mosquito or gnat flying in here. Talking about how it was similar to the
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can
first
think
game.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
I'm loving the dialogue here with Akane. You know, I wonder if it's gonna be brought up about Hajime not being an ultimate here and it being a problem. But also, it's like, how is he here if he's not an ultimate kind of thing too?
All right.
He is filling in for somebody like a you know, a bench warmer kind of thing, like Nagito was hinting at. Who did he replace then?
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonya, here I go!
It's morphin' time, Sonya. Right button oil on the floor.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
Eh,
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonya, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
okay, so what contradicts? Okay, let's look at our
There's no need to lift that pillar.
pillar
Pillar was not
fragments.
lifted. Beating him with it is beyond a dream.
Tipped over pillar on the
What about
floor.
tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
I think the fragments have something to do with
Even I
it.
could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonya, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
Alright, I gotta look at my options again here.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong!
So far, good start. I'm sure I'll run into a fucking wall here eventually and just be failing left and right.
Been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
Yep, they're all below him.
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Yep.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
Or doing a slogan. But I mean, it was a good idea though. That's originally what I thought when I first saw the scene.
Killer murder Nekomaru with that
I thought they put him to sleep mode, laid him down, and then tipped it over and smashed his head. So I kind of thought.
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh?
Uh-oh.
It's just your instincts.
Was she involved?
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can
She
we?
involved, man. I don't think she's.
There's another way to use that.
I don't think she is, but I wouldn't be surprised too. I just realized Mikon's X'd out things like a cross, like medical cross. That's funny.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a
Talking like an
valuable
asshole
lesson.
now.
Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when
Yep.
combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So,
But-
Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
I thought you didn't find it.
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate
Gundam
weapon.
gets on my nerves, man. Like, I get it, but it's a little
You are
annoying.
far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
Okay, Sonya.
I see.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it?
I just be like the ultimate weapons, like knowledge.
You're
Something
supposed
stupid
to
like
be the
that.
Symbols of hope, aren't? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Oh shit.
Except for Hajime?
Oh, he's telling him.
I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right?
He brushed that off too easy. I thought they were gonna be like, oh no, hell no. Explain that.
Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
don't know. I wonder if it's something like, instead of it being a dumbbell shape like this, it's either a V shape kind of thing. Because I'm trying to think about the elevator comment he said with the compass. Or if maybe they actually are top and bottom floors. And that tower just like raises up when you press the button or lowers, depending.
But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Sonia, what are you trying to do here?
Not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
She sounds like me. Two houses connected by a tower in the middle. End up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Well, the way the room was, strange feeling in the tower. Yeah, that has to be it.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same price. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
It's just lighting.
We've already settled this problem.
Yeah.
Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
It's gotta be a strange feeling.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Shit.
No, that's wrong.
I thought it was gonna be two shots. Whoops. Yeah, I'm shooting all the white noise, the purple stuff, because there's another achievement I still gotta get for shooting like 500 of them or something.
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland?
What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Grape Tower from Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Grape Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
I mean, yeah. But then we have the issue with the doors still.
You seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
I mean, yeah. Normally, Kazukichi is wrong, so.
I guess I've said too much.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down!
Shit.
Then how about this? Somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
Why would, oh my god,
Moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower?
that's stupid.
But we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Miss Sonia. Why? Why are you being so dumb? Alright. This will be a pain to figure out. Broken
There are
doorknob.
many different ways.
Shit.
The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Jeez. I hate sitting here having a slash.
In such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? He could have moved it all, easy as pie.
There's definitely a hole in what she said. Everything at the scene.
Seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene? Moved it all, easy as pie.
I think the oil
It seems you have
would be the.
forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, he could have moved it all, easy as pie.
Oh, I forget. I gotta press Y.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene.
Allow me to
There we
cut
go.
through those words.
I figured it out. I just forgot how to attack it. Right.
Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Especially that quick.
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too.
I'm gonna have to get some more tea.
Physically moving
Slam
all
down
the
that tea.
oil
I,
is simply not
I was making that kind of last
No matter how you
trial, or at least most of it, and fucking didn't even get 30 minutes in.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
Yep.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
It's kind of funny to see this without the text.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers
So
are
weird.
in the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there.
I think the tower maybe is like an elevator
Same building.
at this point.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
Mystery's tied secret fun house, but we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. And the only thing we can rely on is one person who has those clues.
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Yep.
Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
How do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
From the open action. Life-threatening game.
You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
What did you see?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
What?
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Oh, I was about to say, where the fuck did he get a camera? I forgot. Yeah, you did have a camera in the escape room.
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved the small digital camera from his inner pocket.
This is it.
As he said that, he showed us a particular picture.
Let me explain it to you again.
Okay, wait a minute. So, Strawberry House. He's there.
took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
So, but that's the tower. It's gotta be a V shape, right?
Then let's
Like
begin.
we can't see the other hall, technically.
Thinking time.
Doesn't make sense about this. Tower, right? There's only one tower in this picture. I've been thinking all along, which means, don't you agree? Well, I hate this because I like this, but I hate that you can't, like, it doesn't indicate like what you're clicking exactly.
Crap.
See, like I clicked over here and it's like, nope, that's the tower still.
Here.
That's what I was about to click, but I figured it'd be like, oh, there's trees outside? Oh, there's gonna be trees, of course.
Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it.
Exactly.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
I said there's a lot of things so it makes sense, which means that it never contradicts. What else doesn't make sense?
Crap.
I'm gonna keep doing that.
Here.
More trees.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. Angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
See, I get what it was saying there, but it's just like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. To me, I feel like it almost would have been better to say, hey, here's our options of what you could pick, maybe, or made it a little more concise, like
In summary,
clear
this
what I'm
is the
clicking
truth
and why
contained in this photo.
versus just trees.
The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
You know, the bad part is when he saw the window, I instantly already thought it's not first floor. Which, I don't know, it's kind of weird, I guess, but I instantly thought, okay, we're above ground more, like second floor, third floor, fourth, whatever.
It's not. Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion?
It seems like weird that there'd be a small window like that on first floor.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high
Oh my god,
school
fuck you, Nagito.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Is he talking about that one?
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second
Yeah.
floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
So, Grape House, I guess, is the bottom floor, and Strawberry House at the top, like above it. I'm guessing because there was a hatch.
The top
Came down.
floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
How did none of us see a hatch though, like an opening in the ceiling?
Top floor. So
Huh.
the third floor?
But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Let's figure out a hint, mystery, structure, the reason Nagito appeared on the 3rd floor. Using the photo because the Strawberry House 1st floor is technically the 4th floor of the entire building. I hate this game. Like this mini game. This mini game sucks. I can't remember how to jump. All right, wow. Like, it's kind of cool, but it should be a little more interactive. Like, this is okay. It's like, all right, let's get to the point here. What are we doing? You know, did Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? They exist. Exist is one. I like how it was like, do they exist? Like, what? I was gonna be mad if it was like, no, that's not the right answer. Like, it's some trivial bullshit. Like, oh no, they don't exist because there's only one building. All right, question 2. Strawberry House, Grape House, same building or 2 different buildings? They're the same building. Like, what it should be is it should be like this, but then it's like, okay, a couple of little obstacles get past real quick, and then next question, boom, move on. How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned vertically? And that should be the end. A lot of work for something so simple. Not even really work, it's just time. A lot of time wasted for something so simple.
And let me hear it.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
You know, now thinking about it too, that does make more sense now that Hajime heard the rumble of the pillar falling, because then it would have been technically above. Well, see, now that I guess that brings up the question of like, where was the tower? Was it on Strawberry floor or Grape floor at the time?
Same building, different floors?
Then the 2 houses aren't 2 different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Floors below or floors above.
I see.
Sorry, I had to stop and think for a second, like how was wording that right?
That's where Strawberry House is located.
I thought it was saying the Grape House floors were below. I thought it was what I was trying to say, but it's saying floor he was on, Strawberry was above.
The photo taken from the 1st floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the 1st floor of Strawberry House was also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap! I never expected that the 2 houses were connected.
Why is she saying this like slang and shit now all of a sudden?
But what about the shape of the building? The 2 houses were completely different shapes.
Okay.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
I mean, you can fit 4 sides like a cube in.
It never occurred
6
to us that
sides.
they were the same building because it was structured with 2 different shapes.
Also, you could fill in the edges with concrete or something, you know?
Quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them.
Hence why Grape House had more space.
And it worked, didn't it?
Yep.
Disregard fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
Kuma'd?
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
That, I will say, it's a pretty good twist, I will say.
A building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building.
It's an elevator, my dudes. And you press the button.
Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House.
There we go.
Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious yammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Comment down below if you think Kazukishi's gonna botch this or if he actually nails it. Let me know.
Oh, I see.
I don't think he's gonna get it.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
No, Kazukichi. Why you have to be so dumb? You know, simp. Alright, strange feeling, broken doorknob.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Hurry up, dumbass!
Alright, let's see what our options are here.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You are magnificent, Gundam!
Oh my god.
No fair, you totally stole my spotlight.
Yeah, she really has the hots for Gundam.
Body.
Feels bad for Kazukichi.
Just pick one of them.
Okay. So dummy of his body exists. Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is something like that impossible? Okay.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Strange feeling.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Hold on a second. Let me see what the details were on this again. The victim, Nekomaru, after his robotic transformation, was discovered in Grape Tower, which was inside the funhouse. His head was severely damaged beyond repair, shall be considered the cause of death. Despite the fact that his arms and legs were dismembered, these limbs were actually designed to be detachable. And it seems they separated due to a severe impact. Aside from that, several other areas of his body were damaged because of this. Many of his functions seem to have shut down. Is it the wire? Back his neck. When this button is pressed, all those functions cease. Forces it in sleep mode. Oh, it's the tipped over pillar, right?
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You are magnificent, Gundam!
No fair, you totally stole my spotlight.
So which one was
A fake.
Shut up, just pick one of them.
Okay, so yeah, that's what it is. It's the pillar because
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
you could make another
Hurry up,
pillar.
dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually
What?
Damn it! I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers
I still think I'm right. Maybe
was actually a dummy.
maybe I clicked the wrong thing.
You mean a fake body?
Maybe it's.
Chemical body.
I wonder if it's. I just hate how like it moves so quick sometimes. Like I can't stop and think for a second.
Damn it!
Okay, we're not contradicting Gundam.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Okay, so we're contradicting the dummy thing. Man, I don't know. It's like now I'm really second guessing my thought logic here. Because let's see what they say again.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
A dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Mechanical body.
It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake bot?
Shut up! Just pick one of them!
Okay, so it's either the dummy or the mechanical body. What are my bullets again?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Okay, it's not that. I'm probably just gonna sit here and guess, honestly, because none of these make sense.
Mystery in a flash.
Broken doorknob,
Dumbass!
maybe.
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Okay, so it's not that.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then
I
hurry
still
up,
think it's
dumbass.
the fucking
One of the
pillar.
bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
I don't know why it doesn't count the pillar though.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Good night button.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No, not it. See, this is what I'm talking about. I hit a wall because I know what I'm trying to say and get at, but
Mystery in a flash.
it doesn't make any sense. Did I do wire already?
Dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
Am I wrong on this, on the dummy part?
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
That was the last one, so.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually...
No, that's wrong!
This is dumb, dude. What's the logic here?
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you...
Why would that not, like, okay, I get what they're saying, I guess, here, because they're bringing up that fucking experiment bullshit. However, how are you going to say it's a dummy that's a fake room with a fake body, but the fucking pillar was the exact same? Like, my logic, to me, makes more sense. That's more contradicting to say, hey, it's not a fake body because they wouldn't have prepped the other pillar and all that other shit.
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built the dummy.
See, like, why wasn't that the option of, like, disassembling him?
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's all right. Kazuichi is not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
I see.
Golly.
That is disappointing.
Again, this game, I love the Danganronpa series, but man, one of the pet peeves I have with this fucking series is that sometimes the evidence of what you have versus what you're trying to contradict and stuff like that, just like the answers straight up, just sometimes just don't fit the way they should.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be.
See, like, and this is another thing. It's like, I mean, the answer's pretty obvious of what it is. It's one tower. When you press the button, it's an elevator. It goes up or down. That's it.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device...
See, like, we're sitting here, you know, thumbs up our asses, you know, like, oh, I don't get it. How would this been able to move? We already know the buildings are stacked on each other and the tower's already stacked. Like, come on, guys. Oh. Ah, damn it. Ah. Elevate. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I pressed the wrong fucking button. I pressed an A. Fuck. Damn it. I sit there and hit A to fucking destroy them instead of entering them. I hate that. Gosh, let's get past this shit. Come on.
We will never give.
Ah, so annoying. I hate that it's so easy to get those mixed up.
You can't get...
I wish it was just A. You just pick instead of like picking and then entering, you know? Enter. Fuck. Ah, fuck you. I was trying to press it and it wouldn't fucking go. Whoops. Okay. Sorry. I had to stop and think where I was in the stuff. Fuck you. Give me this.
I got it!
I hate that. Oh my god. Again, it's just like some of these mini games are just so bad. It's like I get it, but then I'm sitting there waiting for the letter I need, and it's like as soon as it pops up, it just instantly gets killed. And it's like, seriously.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
Oh my god. How fucking stupid are you guys? How are these people still alive? They're just dumb.
The inside of the tower is one
I get
big
that, you know, originally they didn't know what the fuck's going on, but it's like, come on, guys, we've already spelled it out now.
which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
From one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
Let me think. Is this right? Wait, is this layout even correct? I don't think it's right. Because the elevator, unless I'm thinking of it backwards, the elevator on one floor, like Grape Hall, the hallway is to the left, and then on Strawberry's to the right, so that wouldn't work.
You were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator...
Not saying this, I'm not trying to contradict this, I'm saying, but I'm just saying the layout in the game, I think they fucked up. Unless I'm thinking of it wrong, if I'm remembering it wrong. But I know Strawberry Tower, like if you were to come off the elevator, the hallway was to the left. And I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, Grape Tower was to the right. Logically, then that doesn't work. Unless there was a trick to the elevator, like our elevator moving, not the tower elevator.
Why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Because it changes.
And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
It's just a hole in the wall.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
That includes the pillar, oil we've been talking about for a while now. Same thing. They're all heavy, they're all huge. Nick Morrow's body parts. Wait, the one thing all these things have in common.
I see!
Floor.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change?
And?
And?
The walls
Why did
did.
the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
Oh my
The
god.
reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
Concealing only the 4 moves. Get near the other side at a time.
I see!
I mean, I guess that works too. But I was thinking it was actually more of like an actual elevator. And like the whole thing just went up and just there was opening where the door was. That's what I was thinking, but that does make more sense. Because there wasn't a ceiling, right?
Which means
It's
the
like
whole
looked up
room
and it
wasn't
went
an
all the way up.
elevator. Only the floor was.
But also, how would they not be able to see the door then? If they could like look up, you know?
That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, and on the fourth.
Yeah, we get it now.
Then where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
No, that's probably what it is. They probably do lead outside.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
At least the Grape Tower one is.
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
I mean, is Monokuma, so.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Wait, Monami made this?
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
What the fuck? Swoon. What?
There's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
I don't understand them sometimes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Well, you know what? I wonder if Nekomaru was trying to break the doors. Like he was trying to like wire the doors to the pillars or something and break them. But he ended up accidentally killing himself in the process.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building.
No, I mean, that makes sense though. If Nekomaru let's say he broke the button in Strawberry Tower to say, hey, do not enter here, and he didn't want to risk something happening while he was working on it. And that Grape Tower is the first floor, basically. That makes sense.
In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand.
But how would he have figured that out, though? That's the thing.
And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
Unless he did the life-threatening game, and then got the answer, and was like, oh, okay. But then at that point, like, why wouldn't he have just told everybody, you know?
The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Oh my god. We've already...
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right?
He's gonna say our fucking elevator, the one we take to get to the buildings.
So, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other? If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator.
Holy shit, Gundam is actually on the same page as me for once.
And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Oh my God, Sonia. So yeah, this is what I was getting at and why I thought this was fucked up, the structure thing. But I guess the logic here is probably just going to be something stupid of like, oh, the elevator just doesn't travel up and down. It travels like a 180 kind of thing. Because the compass experiment test. Yep. Kazukichi's account. Contact elevator.
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
I'll say, what's Akane's account? I know that's more not it, but I'm just curious. Heard a rumbling noise. Okay, yeah. I was like, what are we getting at there? I'm pretty sure it's Kazukichi's account. Yeah, the needle spun 180.
the two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Wait, did I not switch it? That's not switch. Oops.
The two houses are connected vertically.
I was like, wait a minute, that has to be
The
it.
elevator should move.
I felt so dumb.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Wait, I sure you.
Damn it!
Wait a minute, maybe I'm thinking wrong here.
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Okay, it's not that.
Damn it!
Again, I'm getting mad because it's like,
Connected vertically.
I know what I'm trying to say.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you,
Wait a minute.
the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning.
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
I think I was right. It's Kazukichi's thing, but I'm doing it on the wrong one. I think it's on Gundam's statement.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
That's it. Oh my god. See, I was right. It's just picking the wrong thing.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Yeah, so that means the elevator went like up or down, I guess depending on whichever one, and then turned.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably
There you
following
go.
the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And
Makes
thanks
sense.
to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House.
See, like that's a good mystery to figure out on that part. But then it's like once we figure out, oh, Kazukichi did the experiments, like, okay, now piece it together.
Appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
I will say the animation there of how it's moving makes more sense than what I was thinking in my head. I was thinking more of like
It's like
it being
something from an
there
amusement park.
and then just like not really circling, but like rotating around and then dropping down kind of thing.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all. You're inhuman.
You say I'm inhuman.
I gotta say,
There. So I was never human.
the
to
idea of
begin
this
with.
building and how it's set up is pretty fucking good. I like it.
I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily. I see!
8-side shape.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Fuck you! Fuck you, Nagito. God damn it. I want to punch him so good.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name?
I love that he's bashing the shit out of the Ultimates of being like, you guys are stupid. You guys should get this. Like, come on now. And then Hajime's over here like, hey, I got it. It's this. And he's like, oh my God, I'm surprised you know. Like, motherfucker, I'm showing up everybody right here. Shut the fuck up. The place befitting the name Octagon is...
Crap!
Wait, no.
Crap!
Wait, what?
Crap!
Can I move this? No.
Crap!
Okay, looks like I'm guessing everything because my logic is it was Grape Tower.
Crap! Crap!
What?
Crap!
I literally clicked everything here. I'm looking. Just make sure I'm not just being stupid, just overlooking something completely.
will never give up.
Like, that doesn't make sense. I clicked everything. I can't rotate the picture or nothing. Place befitting in the name Octagon. 8 sides. Grape House is the Octagon. It's only 6 sides. I was thinking Monokuma's room, right? I don't remember how many sides it had. I can't remember if that was a 6-side room or 8. Right, it looks like a little misunderstanding.
Crap!
Octagon's tower, but isn't it a tower circular?
Crap!
Okay.
Crap!
Like, I feel dumb. Like, I feel like it's something obvious right in my face, but I'm not seeing it. This don't make any fucking sense. Octagon has 8 sides. Strawberry House has 4. That has 6. I mean, unless this is being really dumb and being like, oh, you gotta precisely click a certain spot on the building. Then I don't know. Don't think it's in the halls. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Because that's 4.
Crap!
I'm about to look this shit up. This is fucking stupid. I'm literally about to look this up. I've clicked everything here. None of this makes sense.
Crap!
Nope, not that. This is really dumb. Like I said, you can't see like exactly like what your options of clicking are. Like it lights up, like goes boonk, like that. I'm looking this shit up. I don't care. Looking it up. Okay, so I looked it up because this is fucking stupid.
Crap!
And it apparently, from what I see online, it says the top of Grape Tower.
Here!
Like, I clicked Grape Tower and it's like, not Grape Tower. So that's why I'm saying this is fucking stupid.
Surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Like, you had to be so fucking accurate and there's not a way to fucking tell what you're clicking. Like, I didn't want to click there because I figured it's gonna be like, oh, it's Grape Tower again.
Why is that place the Octagon?
Fucking A, dude. I hate that I had to look that up, but that's like, I would have been sitting here forever. Like, just clicking.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's a really stupid.
That's basically the gist of it.
That's a really dumb way to get that, but whatever.
The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon. Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Really? Huh.
Like me, the killer probably realized the
That doesn't
secret
seem
of
right.
the funhouse from the scenery.
That doesn't seem right. Whatever.
And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
I kind of, this, I don't know, it seems a bit of a stretch, but then again, this game does it all a lot.
Learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
I don't think that's right. It feels too forced to make that work as the ultimate weapon. I don't think that's really what it is. How'd the killer use that Nekomaru and who's the killer? I mean, but who else would have figured this out? All these dumbasses they couldn't piece together simple things. Nagito was the only one that knew the building structure, so saying Nagito didn't do it. So all right, I'm gonna go get a refill on my tea, and then we'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Got my tea. Let's get into it. Why, hello there. I thought of a brand new bad word to call Motomi. What? I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. Hehe. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll be hurt by a mere word. Motomi is a serious stuffatty. Fatly. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stuffatly? Huh? Tisk. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all the 3 words would be ta-da, stuffatly. There's a fat hidden in there.
Okay, everyone, all together now.
Okay, anyone, all together.
He is a serious stuffatly.
Stuffatly. I'm glad he said it because I was mispronouncing it. Yeah, let's save our progress. Back at it.
Hello. I hope.
I believe in you guys.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Is it really alright to accept a situation?
I like how she was all worked up and she's like, oh well.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
Exactly.
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others.
I mean, I get what Nagito's point is, like the whole murder for hope kind of thing, because if you kill somebody for the sake of your own hope of survival and freedom and stuff, that's what he's kind of getting at. Or hope that you murder, like a dictator or something, it's like, oh, the hope of a brighter future and freedom and that, justice and stuff, and not being enslaved and ruled like that.
I see.
It's fine.
I get it. He's being weird about it, making it worse.
As fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything,
Akane! You're drooling waterfalls?
Don't go drooling waterfalls. Nagito as usual. Blah, blah.
If the killer used the building's structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death. Beaten with a blunt object, falling. Crushed by elevator. I want to say falling, personally, because he got disassembled.
I see.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
Wait, which thing was chained? The grape floor. So the bottom floor was chained, right? And the top floor was...
That I don't
the broken handle.
Don't just make things up.
I'm trying to remember like which was which on like the setups.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions?
Yeah.
When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
I get the logic of that, but also he's like on the opposite side of the room, so it's like we all entered from the one side. So it's like, man, you had to really push his ass to get him all the way across the room. Like, I mean, I guess the trajectory could have matched, but it does make sense then. He hits the pillar. The pillar fell because of him, and he crumbled, and he smashed his head on it.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
That's why he was like wrapped with the wire, maybe. Okay, I don't know. Could be a couple of things here. Let's play it out. Good night button to Connie's account. Fujihiko, contact elevator. Golly, I hate that they give you so many fucking bullets in this game.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
Ah, fuck.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Okay. I think I got it now. I think they probably tied him up on second floor or Strawberry Tower. That's, you know, second building up, whatever. Let's say second floor. I know it's not second floor technically. Tied his ass, like put him to sleep mode, tied him to the door, brought the elevator down because it was in sleep mode, not alive. And then the alarm went off or whatever, woke him up, and then he fell to his death. Maybe.
When the elevator is on the first floor, you can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm just gonna try for it before I check the other bullets again.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed,
Sleep
all of his
mode,
functions
beast
shut down.
mode.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
now you're calling me a pest?
I thought you were saying that to Chiaki. I was supposed to say, bitch. Chiaki, good girl. Not best girl, but good girl. The way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru's still in it. God. Let's see if I'm right in my assumption. Look over pillar, looking at hammer, broken doorknob. It's probably gonna be our answer.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Am I agreeing with somebody?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yep. Wait, did it?
Crap!
Damn it.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Thinking time.
About time we went over the pillar again.
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Hey, I should let it play out.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest.
Aw.
Don't be
Man,
so
she's really turned against him this
I
chapter.
start to enjoy it.
Oh, God. Okay, so we're probably agreeing with somebody here.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
Oops.
The doorknob
Fuck.
on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest.
Don't be so cold.
Wait a minute. So said oil on the floor. said the doorknob, but that wasn't a... Ah, man. See, again, it's like, I know what I want to say. It's getting their bullshit conversion of the answer of what I want to say. Because the pretty much when I get this like a little bullshit 1+1 thing here, they'd be like, yeah, it's this. It's like, I knew that's the answer, but I got to show my fucking work, and the way they want me to show the work is dumb.
What if I start to enjoy it?
I can't. I was gonna say, I wonder if I could see the thing in order again, but they don't do that. Nice. Okay, if Nekomaru is inside the elevator, how can you create a difference in elevation?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement, the hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
It's not the pillar. Have I failed more times in this than any other one? I think I have. Like my 4th time failing. Okay. Again, I'm half tempted just to bullshit through now.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
See, I'm not contradicting.
The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over again?
Hey, there's our achievement, by the way. Bleep, bleep.
What about the oil on the floor?
It's not oil on the floor. Wait a minute. Maybe it's the wire with the doorknob? Maybe that's the agreement.
If you arrange it a certain
That's the only
way,
thing I can think of.
you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is the hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob.
There we go. Okay. See, again, I said it as like the you know, tied him to the door, broke the doorknob, but my brain's thinking, oh, I gotta see precisely what they're saying, not what complements it.
Might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
That was a pretty strong doorknob to hold Nekomaru's whole body up like that. Damn.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor.
I don't know. Maybe I'm bitching a little too much about this game. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know if I'm just being a little too picky about it, or you guys agree with me that some of the logic in this game is just a little off, you know? Like, it's not really that the logic's there, like, off, I guess, but it's just like the connecting the pieces to get the answer. It's like the answer is pretty obvious, or you can get to it fairly easily, or makes sense. But it's getting, A and B to equal C kind of thing.
With that, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor.
With how they word it, I guess, is the big thing. It's kind of confusing.
And suspended Mekamaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence!
Oh, shit.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Also, that seems a little like, okay, I get the, again, I'm gonna step away and think outside the box more. Wouldn't his body be swinging from this wire when it moved, like the floor moved? Just saying, that's movement. Oh, I wonder if that's what he's gonna say here. I wonder if that's what he's gonna say.
There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
That'd be his alarm clock, right? Woke him up. Yep, I see alarm clock on there.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall?
Oh, shit.
There's no one in the tower to put... There's no way they could do that!
What the hell?
Even if they suspended Nekomaru...
I was like swinging, it wasn't doing anything.
There's no one in the tower to push him off.
What the hell?
There's no way they could do that.
What the fuck? The game is actually not letting me swing.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
What the fuck is going on?
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It won't let me do the last one for some stupid reason.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I can't back down.
What the fuck? It let me do it there. How? Oh my god, I failed because I didn't think it was gonna go through. Oh my god. Dude, this is like fucking jacked up. I'm sitting there swinging it and then it doesn't want to work.
Suspended Nekomaru from a wire. How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
I guess I'm limited on my swings, maybe.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Wait, I didn't have to smash the button now.
Nekomaru fell on his own?
Oh, whoops.
Crap.
I jumped the gun.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
There you go. That's what I was looking for. Just jump the gun. So, yeah, okay, again, I don't know if that was just a glitch in the game or maybe I got a limited amount of swings. But, I couldn't swing anymore.
What are you saying? How would he even wake up?
He has an alarm.
Oh my god, how would he wake up? Alarm, dude, come on now. We already know this.
Which means the killer stepped...
You woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why. If something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Mekamaru probably did exactly that.
Wow, so this doesn't look like an accident. It looks like somebody legit murdered the dude. Gundam, you got some splaining to do.
Fall from the force he was generating. The wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off.
Because it didn't happen in Grape Tower. Down the grape floor. It had to happen on the strawberry floor, so it had to be one of the guys. It's not Fuyuhiko. I don't think he's bullshitting. Nagito is suspicious, but we know it's not him. Kazukichi, I seriously fucking doubt did it. He wouldn't have broke the elevator and did all that, like Chiaki said. I think it was Gundam, man.
Fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
Killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. Oh, because he tried to open the door, it didn't work.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh my god.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended
It's things like that makes me not like Kazukichi. I like him, but I hate him at the same time.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Like, he could be like love struck by her and be, like crushing on her hard, but it's like, golly, dude, like, come on now, focus on what we're doing. Doesn't mean he crashed straight to the floor.
I see!
Like, fly with a pillar.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
And that's what dinged his brain. And then when he hit the ground floor, I guess that's when he collapsed, or not collapsed, but disassembled.
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
I mean, it wasn't technically wrong.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
I think it was just a
At
coincidence.
this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm?
I mean, alibis and shit makes this a little easy.
I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Oh. Shit, I didn't catch that.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
Somebody switched the clocks on him.
Here's yet another contradiction.
That's why that alarm clock was going off for Fuyuhiko, right?
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know.
Oh god, we gotta do this again. Sometimes I feel like this argument thing just doesn't work, like in certain aspects. I have a feeling it's probably the wall clock.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Damn it!
Okay. I need to quit jumping the gun.
Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside Nek was set for 7. Nekomaru died.
30.
This time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Alright, I'm gonna have to
Did some tampering.
look at the evidence here maybe to double check
Probably messed with
something.
the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
Okay, Nekomaru's death rang at 7:30. But we discovered his body before 7. I need to crush one possibility at a time. I'm gonna break through.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm,
Hold
right?
on. I'm gonna see. Heard a rumbling noise at 5:30. Saw him walking towards first floor. Okay, wall clock. At 5:30, the alarm of the wall clock in the lounge on Strawberry House's second floor started going off. Suihiko was at the lounge by coincidence. Nagito did hear it. What was the other? This one. Used his alarm clock to recover from sleep mode. Clock's arms stopped at 7:30, and the alarm was set at 7:30 as well. Like, I felt like his clock and the one on the wall got changed. Maybe not. I mean, looking at the pictures, they look the same. The radio clock there looks the same as right here. What are my options again? The timer.
This time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Radio clock.
Killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
I was about to say it's that one. I was just trying to clear up the space. I was about to say yeah, because he had the radio clock. He couldn't mess with the time on it because they weren't switched. Like I was thinking.
Radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
They tampered with our clocks.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
The answer is somebody fucked with the clocks and made them all match. That's all it is. Easy answer. Oh, God. And that's what it is. Like, somebody just went and tampered all the clocks. Nekomaru's was correct. You know. Because he had the radio clock. That couldn't be messed with. So he got up at the correct time while we overslept initially. Wait, what did Hajime and the others misunderstand where the murder happened? What time? The time in the building. I almost couldn't read that stuff because it was overlapping. Whoop. Whoop. Look, Mom, Tony Hawk. Ha. That was one thing I always wanted to kind of get into growing up was skateboarding, but I sucked at it. A few tries I did. Which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. See, like, we're doing all this process when literally we could have just said, hey, yeah, the building's clocks were fucked with, guys. Yeah, I wanted to get in skateboarding growing up, and I tried it for like a minute, so to speak. Like, I really didn't give it much of a try, but I fell on my ass a couple times. I was like, I'm good. Which house had the wrong time? Both. Somebody fucked with both of them. I still think skateboards are really cool.
It's all coming together.
And skateboarding. Never was my thing though. I'd like to get like a skateboard deck. It's like a decoration back there, maybe. If I can find something I like.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
Like 2 hours, apparently. It was 5:30 is when we heard the noise. I think it's probably Mikane's account on the rumbling noise. And he died at 7:30. 2 hours.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
If only I heard the sound when you fell. It would have been a great clue.
Kane's.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
I'll say that alarm went off. It's so loud, they said. Wait a minute. What's... I'm sure it's Kane's thing, but what time did Uehiko say the alarm went off? Wall clock. Strawberry house. But they didn't hear the rumble, right? They only heard the alarm. So yeah, it's got to be Akane's account on the time. She said it was around.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock. The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is what time it's in our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to me? If only I heard the sound.
There we go.
I agree with that.
Kinda did. Technically, I did too. I just didn't know what time it was.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we
Did
were
they?
gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge.
I didn't think they heard that.
Is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Hold on. I'm thinking here. Nagito and her both got executive suite rooms, whatever, the high tier rooms. So they couldn't hear in their rooms, right? But then didn't Kazukichi get the other good room? Or am I wrong? Or was I Gundam? I know Fuyuhiko got the lower one. And of course, Chiaki got the other good room.
Huh? You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pains.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
That would explain why Nagito didn't hear the alarm going
I
off.
heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
Sound off.
I see.
We did that whole logic dive and everything just to
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30.
say 2 hour
If you heard
difference.
the sound of his impact at 5:30. That means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Hence why Nekomaru went downstairs.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success.
I said this was a pretty
That's all it means.
pretty clever setup. Like I said, just us doing the logic of getting these answers is a little shaky, but the whole setup of the crime and everything is pretty smart and genius. We're trying to lure.
I see!
The Tai Chi class, of course,
The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
because he had to go to it.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right.
Smart.
Doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
And when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Man, imagine if Fuyuhiko had actually said, "Hey, Nekomaru, where are you going?" He could have like stopped him.
At that time,
Because they'd be like, I'm going to Tai Chi. And then it's like, oh, it's only 5 a.m. Well, I've got 7. And that would have, man, that would throw a big wrench and shit.
Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it couldn't be helped. Oh, yeah, it does make sense. He said that now.
Including us, right?
Even though they technically were there on time, but they were off because the time clock's getting changed.
Power on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it?
Cool.
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
I mean,
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm? A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I guess Gundam was there, wasn't it? When the alarm, well, he showed up when it started going off.
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Yeah, obviously.
You're the only one!
I mean, it's him. I mean, logically it's him, but it's not
The
him.
one who wasn't there.
He's not.
It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there.
Daddy wasn't there to change him underwear. Gundam showed up after the fact. That animation picture is just so fucking weird to me still. It just looks off. Like their art style and clock moving, it just looks weird.
Were you?
Probably the sloppiest art drawing in this whole thing.
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
Yep, here's where we're gonna find out about the rooms being
However,
soundproof.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
We wouldn't have heard the Strawberry House alarm. We were in Grape Tower or Grape House.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Because she was also in that. Makes sense.
Pretty deep sleep. So I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but
I'm trying to remember if Gundam had the other room or not.
it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common. And
You'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah. I'm speeding this up because I know what we're getting at here. Oh, God damn it. Why can't I just pick the answer? I know what it is. Was it deluxe rooms? DLU, okay. Oops. Fuck, I'm telling you, man, I cannot remember these fucking buttons. Save my life. I hit Y thinking it was destroy it. So I need X, right? Oh, fuck. Okay, I need... I was like, again, it's like you get so much there. Like I knew what I was doing. It's just my brain gets confused on which button's which sometimes. Then just trying to hurry up and get the right ones.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
I wish you could like take them and move them. You know, I mean, I guess technically you could pick it back up and then place it, I guess, but or, I don't know. Maybe you can't do that. I don't know. Yes, rooms divide equally. Blah blah blah. Oh, sorry. Going a little too far.
why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
So they're among us, dun dun. Where you at? Gundam.
Gundam? There's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Yep.
Nagito was staying in. So why were
Oh,
you
fuck.
able to hear
Keep hitting the button backs. Sorry. Apologies.
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There was only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably
I
could
think we're at the end of this.
room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
The setup of this is just so weird. Like, it's like Fuyuhiko's up against like the corner of the wall there to the lounge, but it's like the placement of it, the perception's not right for this photo.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko
I
was...
get what they're getting at, but it's, you know.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi.
He also could have like slipped past him maybe when they were trying to fix the clock if they weren't paying attention. But that would have been pretty risky.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We know that.
Why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out.
Yep.
That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Man, this kind of sucks, this little love triangle deal here. But she was like starting to fall for him hard. And he kind of was digging her too.
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess? The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic.
Oh, he's freaking out.
Shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was.
I mean, should have said that to start with, but whatever.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
You know, Nagito is actually starting to kind of like chill out a little bit. Now he's going to be a douchebag again.
Hey, what do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor.
Oh, is he admitting it? Really?
From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
He didn't have to?
I see.
Really?
The contact elevator was broken.
Wait, which side was the contact elevator broken on? Hold on. Oops, wrong thing. I know I should just go with what they're saying, but it's apparently a broken Grape House side. Well, he uses hamsters then, because they could break it and then sneak back over, or just hang out over there in the meantime.
I recall the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
Didn't they also do that earlier, if I'm not mistaken? He had one of his hamsters literally press the button for the door.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
But unless he beat the life-threatening game and snuck back through the hatch and did that way,
Are you
how else would he have found out about the structure of the building?
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, it's when contradiction is born. No such contradiction overcome. Make your arguments. Night button for Yiko's account. Contact elevator. Broken doorknob. Maybe broken it.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? Okay.
So he had an accomplice then. Man, don't tell me Sonya is an accomplice here. That would make sense, but would suck. All right, let me look at my options here. It says find the contradiction.
The only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was Broken at Grape House.
Can't do the accomplice thing.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time,
I don't know. Let me try contact the elevator with the accomplice thing.
the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different. The accomplice.
No.
Damn it!
Let's get back to what Connie said. I don't remember what her line was.
As long as that
Your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
if the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time,
there's no question
that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret.
Hold on. What are my options again? I'm like overlooking something here. Goodnight button doesn't matter.
Only means of travel between the two houses.
Wall clock shouldn't matter.
As long as that elevator
Clock's
was
alarm
broken,
thing doesn't matter. Radio clock doesn't matter. Broken
your
doorknob
assumption collapses.
shouldn't matter.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
What's contradicting here?
if the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Hiko's account.
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time,
Let's look at Hiko's account again. Went to the first floor Strawberry House at 5 a.m. I just didn't appear on that. See, it's almost like what I'm trying to say is like I don't have an option to say it. Like he has his hamsters, literally that could be accomplice. Like literally they could travel between the two places, like in the walls and shit, or just hung out until they met back up. But then also he had to have access to the dead room, right? Final dead room to get the hammer and to figure out the building structure and shit. So it's like he could have went that way, that secret passage. Screws at the base are pulled out. And there's some scratch marks on the knob itself. One of the doorknobs from the far back door of Grape House is Strawberry House is missing. So the doorknob was originally. Let me go through the options here again.
there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Accomplice, do you agree on
There's a
that?
secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was
Them
only
again.
means of travel between the two
Only
houses.
means of travel.
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
There was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me?
Message.
Why don't we stop this already?
Contradiction is when someone is obviously wrong. See, he said there's the only way to travel between the two is
That elevator was.
goodnight button, Vehicles account, wall clock, contact elevator.
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was
It's almost like I'm missing.
broken at Grape House.
I think it's gotta be contact elevator, so I'm just gonna fucking just guess here.
That elevator, the only
Apologies, but I'm doing this because this is like dumb.
only means of travel between. As long as that elevator, your assumption
Collapsing.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
Okay, so it's not
the
broken.
killer cannot return to Strawberry House.
Since I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if...
No accomplice.
elevator, the only means of travel. But as long as that elevator, your assumption plus the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot
Hit what Kane said.
There's no question that the
It would have been different if
The passageway.
Damn it!
Doesn't make sense. Nothing I said here contradicts. Wait a minute, is this that stupid shit again where I gotta like do the absorb thing? Fuck, it probably is.
That elevator was.
the only means of travel. But as long as that elevator, your assumption plus.
Hold on, I bet it's accomplice.
cannot return to
Since I was
At Strawberry House, there's no question.
Guarantee it's probably what it is. Hold on.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How
Wait,
much longer do you plan to lecture me?
Why don't we stop this already?
isn't that how to do it? By holding down the right bumper, you can concentrate, fast forward weak spots, loading truth bullet. If you target a weak spot and then hold down the Y button, you can use that weak spot. So I couldn't use. Maybe it's what Akane was saying. I'm probably gonna run out of time here.
Only means of travel between the two houses.
Yeah, the only means of travel.
Plus the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return.
Since I was at there's no question that the
Time's up. Yeah. Me getting those few seconds wouldn't have mattered. Okay, hold on. I felt so much on this chapter.
We will never give up.
Like it's bad. Like I feel like I'm not doing that bad on this one. It's just like there's been just a couple of things that's been like just like what the fuck, dude? Like they just don't make sense. But overall, I feel like I'm doing okay.
that elevator, the only means of travel. But as long as that elevator, you're a
Fast forward here.
Plus the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return.
Since I was at Straw, there's no question.
I hate that the time goes. Secret passageway.
Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I hate that they don't remind you can do that shit, dude. Because on that one last trial, I did that too. I sat here forever. I was like, I fucking totally forgot about it.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
God, really?
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, right here. You showed up. Oh my god.
Connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is
Like,
on the
seriously,
first
fuck
floor.
him. He's like, oh, come on, Ultimates. You know, you guys got to figure it out. And I'm figuring it out. And he's like, oh, I'll let you figure this out. Kiss my ass, dude.
Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Oh.
The third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
See, I was thinking that he showed up in the lounge. Like, he just dropped out of the ceiling.
If they use that secret
That makes sense. Oh, shit.
could have gone between the two houses.
I was wondering why it was auto... I didn't realize that auto text on. I was sitting here like so confused. Like, why is it talking so much? Yeah, so my brain did not comprehend that. Oh, yeah. They would be coming down to the third floor Monokuma's archive thing is. That makes sense.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Infinity Unlimited Flame.
What if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
No, you knew it.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated.
I hate Gundam, like his argument. It's such like a 5-year-old, like, nuh-uh, I didn't know. I'm Supreme Ruler. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, grow the fuck up.
Your life. You should stop with your scrutiny.
I will cast a spell on you. Like,
There's no way I can stop.
come on, dude.
You say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Okay, Hulk. Alright, let's see what we got here. Wire, goodnight button, tipped over pillar, broken doorknob, radio clock.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I ran out of slashes. He successfully could cut the words.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Okay, I was about to say, I'm ready for this one.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Oops, I accidentally cut the thing. Evidence. I'm gonna see
Know the
what.
limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
provide
Know
evidence.
the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom.
Allow me to cut through those words.
I didn't realize that's what I had to counter. It's like that's such a fucking random statement.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer
Weren't in Funhouse, he says.
The only place I can think of is the octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the octagon.
So did he figure? I'm curious. I know they're gonna probably say it here in a minute, but I'm curious. Did he actually solve the puzzle, or did somehow he use the hamsters to like squeeze in and like unlock the door for him and shit?
They obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what do you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building...
He's taking my
Gundam
thunder.
tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that,
He's wrong
Nekomaru
already.
wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower.
This is so weird.
Just like
It's Otto doing it on its own
the
too.
elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And
No.
without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
I mean, his hamster could have pressed the button too.
Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
Because he didn't fight. He's did a sneak attack.
Do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Years. I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
I mean, I'm sure they got pills for that, dude.
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Illusory.
Saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Okay, I get that, but how hard literally is it to be like, after you, buddy, and then bloop, when he walks past? But then again, of course, we got his hamsters. Literally could have scrambled on him and pressed it.
Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
I do the bullet time battle bullshit here. Just doesn't want to admit it. All right. Oh, panic talk action. That's what it is. I hate this because it's like I can't ever tell if I'm actually hitting him or not. You know.
I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire, wither. Crush as David prophesied. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire, wither. Crush as David prophesied. Show me the cadaver. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire, wither. Crush as David prophesied.
Trying to spam it. Get as much of these as I can before time runs out.
Crush as David prophesied. For the Tanaka Empire. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire, wither. Crush as David prophesied. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire, wither. Crush as David prophesied. Show me the cadaver.
There we go.
It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get
D4
so easily?
Dark Devas.
This is the
There we go. Alright.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his
Yeah,
neck.
having that fever time thing helps for sure. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the positioning of the circles or just the fact there's not really like a good clear animation, or maybe it's moving a little too fast for me. I don't know. But it's like I can never really tell if I'm actually hitting him or if I'm off, and the beat seems harder to the time.
As long as
You know.
have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh.
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course, that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Yeah, press the button.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music bank, one of Gundam's
Yep.
hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
You know what's funny is I just noticed Nekomaru's picture is actually his like real self. It's not like the robot. It almost would have been funnier if he did like the split, like Toothpaste style.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance. with
You're
your
so
own
full of hot air, dude. Let's go. That was an argument. You know what's funny is like everybody else's like expressions change and shit. You know, when they're caught in trouble. He really didn't have a difference. He's always had like the same reactions, you know. Anyways. Hamster and murder. Okay, so he got in there. Nekomaru comes downstairs. What time did Fuyuhiko see him? So I probably don't need that one. Hamsters press the button on his neck. Time up. The wire wrapped around his feet. Oh, it's too soon. Killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? That. Wrap the chain around the doorknob. What was the fake weapon left in the tower? Who gathered at the lounge? Why did Nekomaru fall? That. I do like that. I remember in the first trial, I didn't understand, like, it literally tells you in the top, like, what the question is and what the answer needs to be is down here. I thought it was like, oh, you had to, like, guess, you know, kind of thing. Alarm set for 5. It's 5 a.m. now. Should be. What time did he see him? There. Who was in the lounge since early in the morning? Fuyuhiko. What am I missing here? Wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. This maybe? Yep. Okay. Is there anything else over this way? Who set that lounge alarm clock? Okay. So this way. Golly, Hajime looks rough in that picture. Alright, so fake weapon, we don't have that yet. Who gathered in the lounge? We don't have that. He fell. I heard it. Fucking Kazukichi looks evil in this picture. Okay, so Kane. Kind of nice thing is they kind of do repeat the same picture, so it makes it a little easier to figure things out too. Like picture of Akane, it's like, oh, it was right there, so I didn't know it wasn't that. Fake weapon. Oh, I thought I had one more.
In this case. Let's first go over the mini.
In a way, I do like this setup versus the first game's closing arguments. And that one is like you couldn't tell what was what. It was just like, here's the picture, and you just had to put the picture. And this one, I do like that they actually kind of like hint that like, what's the question? And here's the answers down here that you can fill in, kind of thing.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House.
On the auto.
Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure...
I gotta say, that's a lot of work to do and set up in such a short period of time and risk somebody seeing you doing this stuff, you know?
After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand.
Also, I thought you had to have a tool to get into the little security box on the elevator thing to mess with it.
This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building.
Wait, so if he did the final dead room too. Doesn't he get the
Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Great Tower
The,
for a specific reason.
what you call it? The file and the information. Probably didn't get all of it, but he should have got some of it.
There, Fuyuhiko,
You know.
who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact
Fuck that walking animation.
Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were
With the power of
on
hamsters.
the back of Nekomaru's neck.
Oh my gosh.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30
They keep
a.m.
saying ultimate weapon. I just feel like that's awkward to say for a building. If anything, it's more of knowledge is the ultimate weapon. You know, knowledge of the building structure and setup. And the answer to the funhouse, basically.
After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful.
Face.
And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage. So they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30.
Oof. Kazukichi looks rough in that photo.
To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko
So rough.
and the others.
Again, he could have just literally slipped past them while they
When
were
the wall clock's
fucking
alarm
with the
rang,
clock.
That was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up.
Just saying. Because you think he would have tried it.
He woke up while he
You know.
was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully.
So obviously him just showing up.
Originally,
oh, 'cause they had
the
told
wire was
if
only
you came from
supposed to
left or
slip off the
right.
doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse.
Kazukichi looks like he's evil in this photo. Like he was the one behind it.
However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
It's almost a JoJo pose.
That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
I gotta say, this murder setup and everything was really good. I don't know if it was the fact that it was the fun house. So it was like you kind of had to like stretch your mind a little bit more to think about the setup and understand it. But I like this one. This one was a really cool setup to figure out. Even though I pretty much pointed at Gundam, like when we started, was like him, you know. It was just like I wish that part had been a little less obvious, you know.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka!
You know, I haven't played the third game, but I do know some things about, like, I do know about it and everything. I watched somebody else's playthrough, but I wish what they did in that game, I wish they did in this one, where they showed like the votes, like who got votes and who didn't, you know.
Voting time begin.
That'd be a neat little touch. Like, not necessarily show who voted for who, but just like, you know, Gundam got 5 votes while Nagito got 2, kind of thing. Golly, we started off so fucking good and then just fucking fell off. Got a B. It's our highest rated one, right? I think all the other ones were like C and D, maybe.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen at... Please pull... Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Damn it. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have skipped that if I had realized it was going to be something different. I thought it was going to be the same old, like, pull the lever. You know? Oh, Gundam. I'm surprised this didn't happen sooner. I honestly would have thought Gundam would have killed somebody way sooner than this. Or hell, I even thought potentially he got killed, but by the way he acted and stuff, I could see him being more of a murderer than the victim. All right, it looks like now I gotta do reading. Ugh. Must be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging by the results, you guys were correct once again, getting 4 in a row without any mistakes. A splendid achievement. All right, that's right. The one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice.
Yay! I said that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get it over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but it doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear it from Gundam. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so whatever you like. Why do you want to talk to the one who lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something. Is what I would say, or is what I would like to say, but For honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That was no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died.
This, too, must be the will
If he
of
was
causality.
trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected so much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have ran away or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose to fight that risk of life and death.
That is...
A fight that risks life and death.
Let me tell you.
He was serious too. He gave it his all and tried to kill me. Huh? If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would have never known why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it.
Nobody would have known that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you
Great
intend
line.
to solve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I'm not going to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation.
So they were going to fight to the death, but then, of course, Gundam cheated and uses hamsters to press the fucking button. What a bitch.
That is...
Why'd you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you. However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling.
There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Yeah, starved to death, rather that, blah, blah, blah. Ever since we were locked inside the building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die.
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog-eat-dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf
If a world would consider that justice, if a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
In a violation of the natural order, it is the ignorance of humanity. Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Yeah, but I mean, Nekomaru was like, I'm gonna fight you because I say two things. Nekomaru, it was a fight or flight situation of like defend yourself or run away. And Nekomaru's built different, you know. Literally, he's always a fighter, you know. And then also in his head too, probably is like, well, if you're gonna kill somebody, try to kill me, you know, to protect the others, kind of thing.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needs to die. That's why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That's the absolute truth. But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly... Oh my god, why am I reading this so bad? Don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief, why are you committed to your crime? Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well,
you know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for the sake, did you? I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10 billion years. In the name of the pandemonium, is it impossible? Is that it? Then I'll just leave it to that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. You know what pisses me off about this the most is, I mean, it's Gundam. It's like, whatever. He's not the brightest guy anyways. He's pretty detached from reality already. But if he did the final dead room, found the truth out about the structure and stuff, why would you not tell everybody else and then try to get the fuck out? Why not break the fucking window, use the chains and shit to, you know, propel down the fucking building, and you're free. You're out. You literally had a way to survive, to get out of the situation, to not starve to death, but instead he chose to use that information to then murder somebody and potentially everybody else in the process if they got away with it or get killed themselves. That's just fucking dumb to me. Monokuma, let's begin.
Yes, indeed.
I prepare a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka. Please wait. This is too much. Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia? Please, I beg you. Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction, that is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
You know, I will say this about Gundam. Whoever his voice actor is for the English voice acting, phenomenal. I love that voice. He does a great job, sounds great and everything. What the hell? Gundam Tanaka Stampede. Ultimate Breeder. I couldn't read the rest in time. I was about to say, are they gonna die with him? Is this all it is? He's just gonna get run over? What? This shit's actually working. Nope. What the fuck? What the fuck? That was a weak execution, but it was a lot of what the fuck with the whole just setup of it. Again, like, he's like with Mikon. Is he really dead? Because technically he looked alive, getting carried off. Gundam, no. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chest. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstood what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me. Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
Such a downer, really. Or clearly. But still. Even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So how long are you guys going to stand around chatting? The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so be sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you going to keep doing this? So there's 7 of us left. Is that right? Seriously, how long is this going to keep going? How long are we going to continue?
Now then.
All right, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food. Man, Akane's weird. She does 180s on her emotions really too easy.
Hey, hey!
I was saying the mood shift was too fast.
Not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? Huh. She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then let's go back for now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our very best again. Yeah, you're right. Hell yeah. Get the right mindset. Get some food. Get some nice sleep. With this, class trial has come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our very best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Oh, Nagito maybe? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy, and before everyone else too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hazume's information.
Well,
yeah, I was gonna say that was kind of too convenient then. I guess they're too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached the limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would have got complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it costs me my life.
it's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
All right. Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see. So you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well. Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
That's a weird hello. So why'd you summon me? Why'd you summon me anyway? Were you gonna finally confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah? What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know.
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course.
That's right. I just reused the stuff from the former headmaster spent a lot of time making. If this file even contains information about the traitor, was the person also a former student at Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be... Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Mon Ami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, it's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right? Yep. If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just won't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Haha, just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. Woohoo, you're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know what you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of another person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like,
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this?
Wow.
I am? I actually think I'm very lucky.
say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to do this. I have to be the one to do this. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could be called ultimate hope. Woohoo! The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him. Hey, there's one more thing I wanted to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is that person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question. If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, woohoo, wouldn't that be exciting? Haha. That's what the countdown maybe means. "5 days, 11 hours, 13 minutes, counting." Chapter 4. End. We officially have more dead students than living students now. Bummer, dude. Hellhound earring. Bleep bloop. Save our progress. Alrighty, ladies and gents. That's where we're going to end this episode of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. We'll pick up on Chapter 5, Part 1, our next one. But do me a favor, if you guys like this video, be sure to hit the like button. maybe give it a share, and be sure to comment down below what questions I asked earlier throughout the video, or maybe what you guys thought about this trial. Did you guys think this murder was the best setup, or maybe it wasn't that good? You know, let me know your thoughts on that. I personally, I think this was one of the better murder setups in this whole thing. Like, it was pretty outrageous, but it was believable pretty well. It was a good setup, I felt like, compared to everything else. Besides maybe chapter 2's. Chapter 2's was pretty good, but I just didn't really like the setup of it too much, of who it was and a few of the little things with it, but you know. So thank you everybody for watching, hanging out, and I will see you guys in the next part. Take care.